I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. It. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
All right, here we go. It's the daily puck drop here on Monday, March 31st. You know what? Real quick, you know what the Mariners? If there is not a FedEx en route right now, Jim Moore, for those torpedo bats to the Mariners clubhouse, then the Mariners are doing it wrong.
How many teams are it just the Yankees that are using them, or is everybody using them now?
I don't know. No, it's more because there was a guy for the Twins using it as well. There was a Twins player that was using it, but there's a lot. The buzz is the Yankees are using it, and I think one of them, someone I read somewhere that used it even last year. But I'm just saying, the Mariners better have a box of those things being shipped. I don't know if they work. I don't care if they work, but they may work, and that team needs it. So yeah, ship the torpedo bats to Seattle, Washington now. Please.
I heard Jeff Passan this morning on one of those yelling shows that you hate, talking about how that originated and how it gives you a sweeter spot, a bigger sweet spot, and they still managed to keep it within MLB specifications to make it a legal bat. So whatever they did, I mean, if you got a bigger sweet spot, it's just like us as golfers. We're always looking for a forgiving club, that'll help us out. So I'm with you on that. I mean, if any team needs it, it's the Mariners. I haven't checked. I can't imagine there being another team in MLB after 4 games that has a worse swing and miss than them.
Everybody, I'm just telling you, ship them now. I want everybody in the lineup tonight with one of those. I mean, Julio doesn't have to have it. I want everybody to have the damn torpedo bat in their hand starting tonight. Let's get to the show. It's the Daily Puck Drop. We do it every day at 10 a.m. on YouTube and Twitter. And then it's doing that stupid thing on Twitter again. It's not posting the full video. It's just posting the link, which annoys me. I don't know why it does that. It's very annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. Someone needs to explain to me why Twitter is doing that now. Anyway,
it sure bugs me when people have problems with technology. It's not that difficult, Puck. I don't know why you're having problems with it.
With this, it's not me. I'm not problems with technology. It's not me. I have nothing to do with it. This is a Twitter thing on how they do it. I don't know why it's so inconsistent where they show that when you tweet it out, it shows the video playing. But then sometimes it just shows the link, and you got to click the link. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know
you know
why.
what? I believe what you're saying. Everything you just said, I believe with my heart of hearts. I believe that.
Okay.
But whenever I say, "Hey, it's not an issue with me. It's something going on with my internet or some sort of cyber issue," but it always comes back to like, "No, Jim's fucking it up."
Well, yeah, but that's because that's true.
No, it's not true every time. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Occasionally it is true, but sometimes it's not. But every single time it's like, oh, Jim's an old fuck. No wonder he can't figure it out.
Audience, Jim claims, which is not true, claims that on his Samsung Smart TV, he doesn't have a space button.
I don't.
Yeah, yes, you do.
Okay, I texted you the picture of the damn screen.
Yeah, it's on there somewhere. You just
got to. You said you go try under the V.
Did you try it?
There was nothing under the V.
Yes, there was. There was a little icon under the V. Did you try it?
I don't know, but I didn't.
That's
there wasn't an icon under the fucking V. There wasn't.
I'll send you the.
I'll Twitter this thing out. I'll tweet it out, and maybe somebody can help me. But I swear to God, when I was trying to get Root Sports, the app, I couldn't get it because I couldn't go Root space sports.
Okay. Did you take my advice and Google it?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do that. No. You couldn't figure it out either.
It's not my TV. I don't care.
But you've gone from, I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, you've gone from being completely frustrated and exasperated and all those kinds of words with me to maybe thinking, hey, this could be a good running gag for the sake of the show, and hopefully it continues.
What?
Like if I have technical difficulties, it's kind of a running joke now.
Well, I mean,
like that one guy wrote to you and said, yeah, it's kind of part of the show now. It's kind of a gag.
I don't know if it's a gag. Like,
I
you know,
think
it's just
okay.
one
I
of those
think
things
people
that you normally have a lot of technical problems when the show starts.
all of your other guests, are they like 100% of the time just like, hey man, good to go, no lag time, nothing? You never have a problem with anybody else?
For getting them on the show?
No, for like they come on, they've got some sort of cyber issue that they have an issue with.
You are no, I not really. No, you're
Like
the only one.
if it's a horse race, like I'm ahead by 10 lengths.
You are the runaway winner.
Who's second?
I don't think there's even a close.
Is it Garofalo or?
No, Mike's great. All of them are great.
There's got to be some buffoon, right?
No, it's like Secretariat. That's you. That's okay though. It's part of the charm. It's part of your charm.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the show started. Daily Puck Drop, broadcasting Limback Lumber Studios. Contractors, they got free deliveries, everything from whole house packages to homeowner DIY projects, the largest stock moldings in the Northwest, old school service, because they've been doing it since 1930. Give Limback Lumber a call, 206-782-3487. Visit them online at limbacklumber.com. Follow on the social media platforms, Puck Sports on Twitter and Instagram, Puck_sports on TikTok, and Facebook under Puck Sports. Also, pucksports.com. Go there. Sign up to be a Puck's Posse member. The QR code on your screen will take you there as well, but you can just sign up through the website at pucksports.com, which you get the full Ryan Divish experience every week, our NFL Draft Series with Dane Brugler, and our new podcast that is out today. Right now, just for Puck's Posse members, the Sports Pit will play. I'm going to play a portion of it after Jim takes off, so we'll play about 20 minutes of it, and then I'll open it up for everyone today at around noon when we sign off. But if you want a sneak preview, an early listen to it, it's an hour plus of myself and former KJR alums Steve Sandmeyer and Matt Stretch Johnson. We recorded on Sunday nights. All right, and Jim on his visits with us Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, brought to you by...
Hey, Puck, I'm brought to you by a Clean Streak Professional Window and Exterior Cleaning Services, proudly serving Island and Skagit counties for more than 10 years. They do it all for you, from gutter cleaning, pressure washing, streak-free window washing. You just call Brian Turner at 360-395-5748. He'll have his crew out there. He'll give you a free estimate. And how about this week, try out the pressure washing. Pressure washing is a messy job. Your driveway probably needs it, the siding of your house, whatever pressure washing needs you have, give Brian Turner a call. And do me a favor, just give Brian Turner a call or text him. I want him to know that he's loved by me, okay? And by you, the listener here at pucksports.com, 360-395-5748. Or you can go to their website, cleanstreak.com.
So how are you watching the Mariners then? Are you watching the Mariners just on your iPad and then shooting it up to your TV?
Correct. That's what I'm doing, but well, shit. I have issues with that sometimes. Because, help me out with this. Sure. Because I'll do it. It'll say iPad or Samsung. And so I hit the Samsung thing and then voila, there's Brad Adam and Angie Menting, and I'm all excited about it. And then 5 or 10 minutes later, it just disappears. Is it because I got to refresh my iPad all the time to keep it up there? Or
maybe if your iPad goes, I don't know. Maybe if your iPad goes dark, it goes dark on they call it casting. You're casting to your television.
Okay, so what happened? Complete honesty. I was a little busy this weekend, so I didn't catch the broadcast.
What can I
so
just?
I'm gonna try and fake my way through. Like if you start talking about Saturday's game or yesterday's game,
sure,
I'll fake my way through it because I read Ryan Divish's stories about it, Matt Calkins, and everybody else there at the Seattle Times.
May I interject?
Did Angie make her debut?
May I interject? What were you so busy with this weekend?
Well, Saturday it was a family function. The niece and nephew and all their kids came over. And so I was busy and we went out to dinner with them. And then yesterday, I have 2 friends in town, just 2. That's all I have. They're guys I work with at the concert venue. And we went out to a bar and did some Sunday afternoon drinking. Yeah.
Okay.
And they imagine this, a bar in Bend, Oregon did not have the Mariners A's game on any of their screens.
What, did you ask for it to be put on?
No.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I didn't.
Well, hey,
You know
viewer,
why I
hey,
didn't?
audience member, glad you're tuning in to hear our thoughts on the Mariners this weekend. Apparently, the retired guy had too much going on that he couldn't bear watch the hometown 9 play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what the hell? I had, what did I have? A couple of Jack Daniels. I had a Pilsner on tap.
Hey,
and,
is there anybody else around here? Excuse
played
me.
a little darts.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey Siri, can we find a co-host?
Okay. Well, yeah, go ahead and find some baseball analysts. It'll break it down better than I will. I saw that they had 5 hits for the 4th consecutive game. I saw that they had a lot of swing and miss. I saw that they still suck offensively. Like, what are you going to get some guy come in here and go, they're really having a problem hitting the 4-seam fastball. And that sweeper gives them a problem.
Sweeper.
And 28% of the time when a pitcher throws a changeup to a Mariners batter, he swings through it. I mean, what do you want from me?
Hey,
I mean, you don't want that shit anyway.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I want.
Well, me too.
Hey,
me too.
So what was your original?
Hey, do this. Can you see my hand? Wait, you see my hand?
Yeah.
Be like Dan Wilson and kind of motion to the bullpen. You can do that.
Hey, so what was your question about Angie? Did Angie make her debut this weekend? Yeah, she was on. I don't remember which day.
No, but did she do did she work with Goldie?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't watch that.
What do you
Saturday.
Mean you think so? Did you watch the games? Or were
Saturday, Saturday I listened to it. We had baseball, and then I went to a baseball. I went and watched Skagit Community College play.
Okay.
Saturday, Friday. Friday. I think it was Goldsmith. It was Roland Smith. It was on.
Wait a minute. Did you watch a game yesterday?
I was at the game.
You were at the game. Okay, so you did watch a game.
I went to the game.
Okay, but you're giving me shit for missing both games. You host this damn thing, and you missed Saturday's game.
I listened to the game on my way. I listened to Gary Hill.
Every single inning, Rick.
Not every single inning. Oh, I'm just busting your balls. Not everyone's going to sit for it, watch every single pitch of every game. I don't know if she was on the TV Saturday. I don't know. Why is this so important to you?
Well, I don't know. Probably because when they made the announcement, I thought, okay, Angie, this is going to be great. It'll be Angie and Goldie for the most part. And then come to find out, it's half and half with and I like Hyphen. I do. Nothing against him at all. But I just thought there was this fanfare about Angie being the color analyst. And then they opened the season. There's Angie with Brad again. I'm ready for Angie. I want Angie. I want to see Angie. Okay.
Okay. You got it.
I've had a thing for Angie for I can't even tell you how long.
It sure sounds. It's coming off like you really do have something for her. I mean, are we okay?
As much as she liked Ty France, I've got a thing for Angie Mentink. I admit I've had a crush on her for 20 some years. I used to write about her when her name used to be Arlotti. She was Angie the Hottie Arlotti. I mean, come on.
Get a room for God's sakes.
Yeah, is that okay? Like, who do you like? Megan Fox? Or there's somebody that you're crazy about?
Yeah, I don't know. Megan Fox. That's from like a long, long time ago. It's borderline a little creepy that how much love affair you've got with Angie Mentink.
Why?
It's just
why? She's more in my age bracket than other girls I'm creepy about.
I don't know. It's just, we're getting like on a stalker territory here a little bit.
God, the bartender yesterday at the River Pig Saloon in Bend, Oregon.
Sure.
Holy Christ, that's creepy.
Lord.
She was probably 25.
Yeah.
But here's what I say about that. I don't give a shit that I'm 67 years old. I'm not dead yet. I'm getting closer, but I'm not dead yet. And the reason I say that is that it's like another buddy of mine who's the same age as me. Is it a crime to look? Is it a crime to look at a younger female and go, oh my God, she's beautiful? Is there something wrong with that?
No,
it's not like I'm getting a room with this girl yesterday, the bartender chick.
Well, I think that's pretty obvious.
But I'm
you got
looking
40.
at her going, Jesus, God, that would be fun. Is that okay?
We got 40 plus years difference. Of course, she's not looking at you.
Well, she could be.
There's a highly likely not.
No, okay, Puck. Is there something wrong with that? Why?
Who is saying there's anything wrong with that? You're picking a fight about something that doesn't exist. No one thinks it's wrong.
There's that that dirty old man. God, I can't.
There's not one person that thinks that's wrong. That you find another person attractive.
That's 40 years younger than me?
No. Why would anybody have anything to do with that?
Are you kidding me? Wait till you're 67. You'll hear that every day of the week.
I mean, if you're over there like sniffing her butt, maybe as she's turning around to pour you a drink, maybe that's weird. But Jesus, you find some 25-year-old bartender attractive? I mean, what do
I
you
know, and
think
she,
this
you know,
is?
she had the short shirt and the jeans, you know, and the midriff showing. I mean, come on.
It's okay for you, sir. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, so you know, like Angie's like 51. If I got the hots for Angie Arlotti and Angie Menting, so what?
So you just want to see her. You just want to see her on the TV, giving you your Mariners. But why do you even care? You don't watch the team, so why does it matter that she's on?
I'm gonna watch tonight. I mean, you give me shit for not doing research, and that's part of your charm, though, is that you don't really want me to do research. You want everything to be off the cuff, spontaneous. But I did some research on this Tigers pitcher tonight, pal.
Give me your research on Jackson Jobe.
Okay, my favorite fun fact about Jackson Jobe. Do you remember the 2019 Boeing Classic out at Snoqualmie Ridge?
I mean, it's like it was yesterday.
Okay, we're all proud of that, right? The Champions Tour event that comes in, they fly the plane over.
It's one of the highlights on the calendar for me.
Okay, the winner of the Boeing Classic that year was Brant Jobe. He's the dad of tonight's starting pitcher.
Oh, my God. Folks, you're not going to get this anywhere else.
You're not.
Divish doesn't have this.
Shannon Dreher for the pregame show tonight on 7.
She doesn't have it.
She's not going to open up with, you know, hey, welcome, Mariner fans. Good to hear from you tonight. Yeah, Brant Jobe won the Boeing Classic. You're not going to get that.
Maybe Brant Jobe throws out the first pitch tonight with the Boeing Classic jacket on.
Okay, and if this kid wins tonight, it'll give you another reason not to like Oklahoma City, because that's where he's from.
Ooh.
And as a senior in high school, how about this? 122 strikeouts in 52 and a third innings pitched.
Jesus.
Number 3 overall pick in the 2021 draft by the Detroit Tigers, making his MLB starting debut tonight at T-Mobile Park.
Is that 2019 Brant Jobe? Was that one? Which one was that where Freddie pulled out like 2 holes in because of his back?
Yeah, I think that was the one, Puck. No, shit, I don't know.
Well, it's everyone, so it's that was the point. It's everyone. It's always got that back. It's always like the second hole.
Yeah.
Second
okay,
hole
so Brant Jobe, the dad will be there tonight.
That's
now,
cool.
If I'm
That's
Jen
a great
Mueller,
story.
I'm looking for Brant Jobe, and I'm going to be interviewing him.
Sure. Well, why don't you pass it along to her?
Well, that's what I'm doing right now, because I think she's an avid listener and watcher of the show.
I guarantee she's not.
Yeah.
I'll bet you anything that we owe or anything we have in our pocket that she's not watching this right now. So Brant,
tell me what it was like raising Jackson. When did you realize that Brant, when did you realize that maybe this was going to be a phenom in the making?
Is that your Jen Mueller impression?
That is, yes. What do you think?
I got to work. We need some work on it.
Okay.
Need to work on that a little bit.
Not as good as Elo?
No, where's Elo? I want Craig Elo interviewing Brant Jobe tonight as he watches his son Jackson. Let's send it down to the field. Our on the field reporter, Craig Elo. Craig?
Hey, thanks, Chaz.
When did Chaz get on the Mariners broadcast?
He was Brant Jobe, and Brant, your son, he'll be out there. He'll be out there. He'll be really good for the Tigers tonight. He's going up against the Mariners team. Brant, have you seen this Mariners team? Not very good. And so he's going to be pitching tonight. Your thoughts on that, Brant?
Pretty good. Thanks, Craig. Great insight down there.
You know what? Actually, we get bonus time with Craig Elo tonight because the Cougs are in the Crown basketball tournament.
Can't wait.
Georgetown.
Can't wait. I've set a reminder on my phone. Can't wait to watch them play in some 4th-rated basketball tournament tonight.
Yeah.
Really excited.
FS1 at 8:00. Okay.
FS1 with 6 players on the team. Cannot wait to watch that.
Hey, we're getting 3 tonight.
Good for you. Good for you. Here's the thing. I can't wait that you're going to watch that more than you'll watch the Mariners game tonight.
Yeah, by 8:00. Okay, by 8:00 tonight, the game starts at 6:40. So it'll be what, in the 6th or 7th inning? How many at 8:00 this evening? How many hits will the Mariners have by then?
4.
Aren't
Four
they going to
hits.
break out of it? Like, you give me shit for sometimes, not pulling for the Mariners or, making fun of them or whatever.
Well, we
The
all pull
last
for the
two
Mariners.
Okay, the last 2 games, I bet on them giving a run and a half, thinking that they were going to finally break through. So even though they won yesterday, I lost because I was given a run and a half. I thought maybe they would break through against that Sears kid. I was looking at his stats from last year. He's got a 4.5 ERA, but with the Mariners, it doesn't matter. You could be an ace or you could be a 5th starter, and you still can't hit.
It's kind of amazing, and I just don't. It's 4 games, and everyone is, had they lost yesterday. Here's the secret: they could have lost. They could have got swept, and you can make a real argument that they almost should have got swept.
Okay. They trailed 2-1 Thursday night in the 8th inning.
So, and everyone you're going to react both ways. There's going to be the overreaction to it, right? God, had they lost yesterday, if Julio doesn't save it, they're 1-3. It's a disaster. Season's already over. There are those that are on that side of it who already even think it's like that. And then there's the other side of it where people are like, God, people are overreacting again. It's 4 games into the season. You're an idiot for overreacting to it. So I think people on both sides are wrong. I think it's somewhere in the middle. I don't think it's 4 games and it's an overreaction to the offense. That's 4 years. The 4 games is 4 years because it's the same thing. Nothing has been fixed through 4 games of the season. Nothing is any different than it's been for the last 4 years. So for those who are like, God, same old Mariners, and then there's somebody else chirping at them telling them, you're an idiot, you don't understand the sport, it's early in the season, all that. Well, that's incorrect because it's not 4 games. It's 4 years. Because it's the same thing over and over again. It's just like when the Seahawks start this season, and let's say with the first few games, their offensive line's a mess. And people are bitching and moaning about the offensive line, and people go, whoa, wait, it's still early in the season. You can't overreact yet. Well, yeah, you can, because it's been a decade since the offensive line's been good. So, I'm there yesterday, took my kids, and sat up in the bleachers. In fact, we were 1 section over from Julio's home run. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if that's the longest home run ball hit in that park. That's the longest ball I've ever seen in person. I could not believe where that thing landed.
Well, and it's pretty cool.
Unbelievable.
Your perspective on it when you're out there and you see a ball like that go that far. Well, you were in the second deck. And how many rows up? How many rows up?
We were in row. Let's see. Probably because they do it by letters, right? No, 7 rows up. 7 rows up from the fence, and it was, I think, above us. And we were 185 left field bleachers, and that was like 182, I think, over there, 183. I've never seen a ball like that. I mean, Jim, if this were in August and he'd hit that ball, I'm not exaggerating. I think there's a legitimate shot he hits it out of the ballpark. A legitimate shot.
Do you remember when they built that ballpark, they talked about balls leaving the park?
He hit that so fucking hard. It's 113 miles per hour. He hit that thing 438 feet. It was the perfect pitch, the perfect time, and he just nuked it. Yeah, and I believe. I mean, I think it's later in the summer. I mean, the wind was swirling.
Yeah, was it like a raw, kind of chilly day a little bit, or was it?
It was like if you were in the shade, it was probably cold, but we were sitting out in the bleachers, where we always sit, so it was just sunny. So it was like you're sitting out there, like kids are like, God, it's kind of hot. I'm like, I look at Mary Lou and I say, what's the temperature? She looks on her phone. It's 59. I go, yeah, we're just sitting in the sun. We're not used to it. She's like, I'm dying. Can we go get some lemonade?
Can we go get an $8 lemonade, Dad?
Yeah, can we go spend a fortune? Well, we never eat in there. Well, you know that policy. I don't eat in there. I go to Occidental. I eat with those $5 or the $6 hot dog drink or the hot dog water chip special. That's the only way to go.
No, but going back to what you were talking about,
it was a mammoth blast.
Only 4 games to react to.
Well, of course.
That's all you have.
But it's 4 games of the same stuff.
It's too early for you to have a take on that.
Oh,
well,
that's
no,
crap.
it isn't. You can have a take after 1 inning if you want.
Of course you can. You look at the lineup. You look at the bottom of the lineup, and you're like, what is going on? So I'm sitting up there yesterday, and I'm showing both. Well, Owen knows how to do it, but I'm showing my daughter how to score a game.
Mm-hmm.
So we're sitting up there, and Owen's, he's playing around with it too. And like, all right, what's this? If it's hit there, so we're scoring the game. And so I look down. I think it's I should have doubled. I think it was like the 5th inning. I look up and I go, Jesus, we haven't even been to second base yet. The 5th inning. Like, what's going on? Like, at that point, they've struck out 6 times. And I'm like, and I think we got through the 6th inning. I think they had 3 consecutive innings where it was, retired in order. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, they even turned to me, and it was. I mean, Brian Wu was a great pitching performance, but it was a boring game from the aspect of the Mariners because no ball was being put in play. They were weak ground balls, or they were striking out until Julio hit his 2-run home run, and then that got everybody going crazy. But yeah, it was
against a pitcher they should have had more success against. I'm not saying 8 runs or 10 runs or turn into the New York Yankees, at their T-Mobile in the cream uniforms or whatever, but they should have scored 4 runs off of him.
And so, but I was thinking about this, today, well, and last night too, is I know how everyone is frustrated by it, about what's going on, but I find myself, and even leaving the game, not really frustrated because it's what I expected. How they've played in the first 4 games is what I expected them to play. And it's what I expect them to play the entire season. Like what the small sample size of this 4 against Oakland or against the A's is how they're going to play in every game. They're not going to win games 8-7 or 9-6. They're just not. How they played that's how they're going to play. So I'm not really upset or frustrated because I'm like, I already know what I'm buying when I walk in there.
Yeah, it's just so weird though. Still, they scored 8 runs in that series. 8. They scored 8 runs in a 4-game series in their home ballpark. And 5 hits every single game, 3 home runs, a double, which means 16 singles out of those 20 hits. Jesus, I don't know. I still find it comical because you can't. Yeah, I mean, I know it's not funny, but it is. It's just like it's crazy. I mean, I looked at all these guys today. Rosarena 1 for 12, Bliss 1 for 9, JP 1 for 11. Garver 1 for 8, Cal 1 for 12, Rayleigh 1 for 6, Rowdy 1 for 5. Yeah. Solano, how about Solano? 0 for 7 with 4 strikeouts. And Goldie that one night was like, hey, he came in here. He was known as a contact hitter. Well, shit, not anymore. He's Tommy LaStella now, Goldie.
Yeah.
It's and they'll bounce out of it. But I was already thinking that I bet you these guys are already feeling pressure. They're feeling pressure.
Well,
they're going up there thinking, God, we need. It's only the 4th game, but my God, people think we're so horse shit. We got to show them a thing or two, and all they're showing us is that they're still horse shit.
That's why I go back to when we did the show Friday, and everybody, was it Thursday when Polanco put the bunt down, and everyone lost their mind? Was it right? Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Thursday night's game.
Yeah,
first game.
Because I think we always talk about the pitchers feel the pressure, right? They've got to pitch so on the line, right? It's a razor edge. It's so razor edge, thin. The pros and cons for those guys. But I think it's the same thing for the hitters. So I think Polanco feels the pressure, and I think all those guys feel the pressure that he felt in that situation, right or wrong, that he needed to put a bunt down to manufacture something because nothing else was working. So I even think the hitters start to feel it as well.
Well, Polanco, Dylan Moore, and Victor Robles have 10 of the 20 hits. And the rest of the guys, I don't know what you do if you're Dan Wilson. I mean, do you talk to Edgar and go, hey, man, what happened? The last 34 games last year, that was supposed to be a carryover. We were supposed to have momentum. Jerry sold everybody on that bullshit. Well, Edgar, what happened?
Hey, and Edgar, if you don't turn it around, you're fired. I'm gonna replace you if you don't get it done. I'm gonna replace you now. I mean, I don't know.
And tonight, I mean, you face a Tigers team coming in that just got blistered by the Dodgers. They're 0-3. They're not going to want to leave Seattle 0-6. And you're thinking, man, they're going to be geared up to get their season going.
And remember, it was this Tigers team last year, in which wasn't it Mitch Haniger? When they lost to him, it's like, well, can't lose to those guys. We're better than them. And then did they not chase you down, and did they not get in the postseason?
And they got to face Scooble on Wednesday afternoon.
I'm going to that game. I can't wait. That's gonna be a fun game. Old Castillo versus Tarek Scooble. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
that's gonna be an hour and 45 minutes.
Over under on the inning when Luis gives up a home run, because he always gives up a home run.
Oh, stop being. Come on. And then does he do that?
Oh, okay, Mister. My glass is always half full.
Yeah, stop being glass half empty. Jesus. Be a little positivity.
He gives up home runs at an alarming rate, if you ask me. But I still like him. I love the dreads and everything he's got going on. He looks so effortless and unhittable, and then all of a sudden the ball's leaving the yard.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you love him.
I do. Does anybody not love Luis Castillo?
I don't know. It sounds like you don't. Sounds
Am
like
I
you're
wrong
waiting
about him giving up home runs.
Sounds like you're waiting for him to give up the next home run.
Well, okay, mark my words. He will give up a home run on Wednesday.
Can you do an in-game betting on that one?
You probably can.
Home run. Which inning will he give up the home run? Yeah, it was yesterday. It was so funny. You will so appreciate this. So I'm sitting there, and it's probably like the second, maybe it's the third inning. And, they're not doing anything. There's no hits, striking out. It's just the same old. Now, keep in mind, I probably am the parent of an 11-year-old baseball crazed kid. I'm probably the only parent who's that kid doesn't 100% love the Mariners superstar.
He doesn't. How come?
There's nothing I did. I love Julio. I don't know why, but he's just not. It's not his favorite player. So up on the video board, they're starting to promote. They show the video. They're promoting the bobblehead tonight for Julio Rodriguez. It's the bat flip bobblehead. So it's got a bobblehead. It's pretty cool looking. He can flip the bat. This is God. You talk about the apple not falling far from the tree. They show up on the video board. He's sitting like a couple seats down from me. He looks over at me and he goes, "Huh. A bat flip bobblehead for a guy that strikes out all the time, huh?" Okay. And then he pauses. I'm not making this up. Like I embellish a lot. I'm not embellishing this. He kind of pauses, looks out at the field, looks back and goes, "I don't know. How about we win some games first before we start giving away bobbleheads?"
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie. There was a tear streaming down from my eye. A proud parent.
Well, yeah, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It sounds like he listens to some of your shows.
No, but I don't bash Julio. I like Julio. I don't know where he got he just does not I don't want to say he doesn't like him. He's just like, God, man, all he does is strike out.
Okay, we talk about it being too early on the season to, really assess the Mariners. Is it too early to assess what Julio is going to be in his career? Because I'm starting to think that
yes, I think
he's going to be a really good player, but not a superstar or a great one. But it's probably too early to say that, right?
Well, I mean, if you look at his time, do you consider Bobby Witt Jr. a superstar?
My perception of him is my answer would be yes. Well, but I'm not in Kansas City watching him every day.
If you compare the start of their career, they've put up very similar numbers.
Have they? Okay.
Yeah. So they're. I think it's too early to call it, but I don't think it's a terrible thing to bring up. I don't. Like, is he going to be, like you're talking about, the face of baseball good? Because that's how they paid him, right? Face of baseball good. I don't think it's unfair to wonder for sure, but do I think it's too early for it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking though, so he's he's the guy you're pinning your hopes on. Everybody knows that if you're a Mariner fan, you're pinning your hopes on Julio and what he does. Don't you think if you had an investment like Julio, that you'd want to put better players around him so that you wouldn't have to pitch around Julio to get? I mean, right now I'm pitching around Julio because I'm going, oh shit, Rosarena's the cleanup hitter here. I'm not so sold on Randy Rosarena. I know he's been a good player. God, it sounds like I'm down on everybody, but
jeez, is there anybody on the team
you know why
you
it sounds
like?
like that? Because I am. No, I love Dylan Moore. Don't make no mistake about it. Because you can't say you don't love Dylan
because
Moore.
he plays every position.
God, you say you don't like Dylan Moore, there's going to be somebody right there in city limits, hauling you away. But no, I mean, Rosarena, I mean, there's a reason Tampa Bay decided, you know what, he's expendable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would pitch around him. You would just never throw. Well, I mean, but
wouldn't you pitch around Julio a little bit?
Well, is that River or Sky that's upset?
That's because Kathy got up and they want to go see her.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, go ahead.
She got up, huh? It's 10:37, huh? I thought when you get older, you're supposed to wake up earlier.
No, it doesn't matter, does it, when you're retired?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just thought when you get older, don't you wake up earlier?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I'm usually up by 6. Yeah, and part of that is just wanting to, be totally prepared for the podcast appearance. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to be totally prepared so I could trash on every single Mariner in the lineup.
Yeah.
I don't know. My job today.
I got to ask. I'm going to ask going today. I'm like, where is your Julio display? Where does it come from?
Well, what do you think it comes from? Because you probably have an idea. He's your kid.
I don't know. I think he just watches it and just thinks that, God, every time I watch him, he strikes out. I don't know. I mean, he was going crazy when he hit the home run, but I don't know. He just doesn't. He's not infatuated with Julio like probably most 11-year-olds are in this state and city.
Well, what's funny to me is that Mikey and Stevie, my kids, they love the Mariners, but they don't like the Seahawks at all, and they root against them.
they root against the Seahawks?
Yeah. I still remember the Super Bowl when
Jesus. The
Super Bowl that they lost with the pick at the goal line and everything. They're celebrating in front of the TV.
Really?
And I'm looking at these little bastards who were probably 8 at the time. I'm thinking, you know what? Your dad just lost $800 on that game. You mind taking your dance somewhere else?
Why do they hate the Seahawks so? Why do they root against the Seahawks? Just
like you're saying, I think it's I don't know exactly. I don't know, but I'll ask him. I'm going to be in Pullman for Parents Weekend this weekend, so I'll ask him. It's
called Mom's Weekend.
Yes, it is Mom's Weekend.
It's Mom's Weekend. Just call it what it is. Do not tell me that it's fucking Parents Weekend. It's Mom's Weekend. Why are you going to Mom's Weekend?
Well, because they officially changed it from Mom's Weekend to Parents Weekend. And I'm with you. It should be Dad's Weekend in the fall and then Mom's Weekend in the spring.
And Mom's Weekend is the best. There's nothing better than Mom's
Weekend. Is that because, there's divorced kids or something? I mean, Jesus Christ, why can't we just admit that, this is life?
I don't know. I don't know why they changed it. And I don't even want to even explore why they did it. I think the Mom's Weekend. There's some moms that are disappointed in the change. We think it's stupid because we're just guys, this is stupid. Some of the moms, they were getting hit on by some of the college kids, I know one of them that was, they were making more
out
than
in the
that.
parking,
more than that back in my day.
Rathskellers back in the day. I mean, come on.
Yeah, more than that back in my day.
I don't think you can get away with doing that if Daddy's there with you.
Probably not, and probably can't get away with the cell phones nowadays. Why is my mom dancing on the table in the bottom of the frat? Yeah. And why is my pledge brother Adam over there? Is he making out with my mom? You goddamn right he is. That's right. He sure is. Yeah. Your mom's having a hell of a time. And by the way, Derek, she's a great dancer. Who knew?
Well, this one girl I knew from high school, her mom gave birth to her when she was 17. So when she came over to Mom's Weekend, she was 36, 37 years old. And that's
ready to go.
House, right?
Yeah, ready to party. That was the biggest difference between, for anyone who ever went to school there, for those who didn't go to school there, and it's probably like this at every school that does this. the dad's weekend and the mom's weekend. So dad's weekend always happens during the football season. And where the dads will get there and they think that they're still in college, right?
Yeah.
And so they think, oh, we're going to wake up and we're going to start drinking right away. And by the time it's like 3:30, they're done. And 4 o'clock, they have passed out. And they are on the couch. They've got some food in them, and it's baba night-night for those guys. The moms who know how to pace themselves, these moms, they're into all of it. And they're up all night long. They're going to the bars. They're going to all the parties, like the triads and the biads and the apartment parties, and they're dancing on tables, and they're living their best life. Like they're still in school, but they're able to pace themselves a little bit more. The mom's weekend was always the best, for sure.
Yeah, I can still remember going to a frat party. My daughter was a student there too in the 90s, and having to step over a guy to leave the frat that had passed out in front of the door.
So you're both, you and Kathy are both going. Shouldn't you just maybe bail out and say, Kathy, this is your time?
Well, she had surgery last week, and so the doctor's saying that might be a little difficult for her to go. So I'm going to go, and got a tea time at Palouse Ridge at like 12:03 on Saturday.
God, good for you. Are they playing baseball? They got a baseball game?
I'm going to check into that. I hope they are.
Yeah, go check that out.
Yeah.
God, Palouse Ridge. Oh, I'm jealous. Very jealous of you.
Yeah. Well, come on over.
It's a great weekend. I would love to.
You probably got baseball yourself going this weekend.
Got baseball. I got a lot of baseball. A lot of baseball this week. 3 games. Little League's in full force.
3 games.
Non-stop, man. Yeah,
How's
Tuesday.
Limback Lumber look?
Limback Lumber's doing good. Thanks for asking. The Limback Lumber, who, of course, is our proud sponsor of Puck Sports, the studios, also our Little League team. We're off to a 2-1 start. 2-1 start, yeah.
Is this the first time in basketball or baseball that you as coach have had a winning record?
No. What are you talking about? We won the championship. We won the championship. Yeah, that pisses me off.
Put out by that.
I don't know. I don't appreciate that.
Like there was a pause, and it was like I can't believe that you would even say that. You're like acting like I'm not a good coach or something.
Insulting my coaching and our coaching stuff. We won the championship 2 years ago.
Oh, did you? Okay, I've forgotten that.
Yeah. We took it on the chin last year. Now we're bouncing back.
Okay.
All right. Good.
Hey, okay, I forgot to ask you this. And how's Owen? Is Owen's arm okay?
It's yeah. So he was we shut him down for I think we avoided the dreaded Little League arm scare.
Okay, good.
So we shut him down. We've shut him down. Well, so he last pitched like, I don't know what it was, like March 16th. What is that? 2 weeks ago. So he felt some discomfort after he pitched. This is where you get into this, right? Because he's playing club ball and then also Little League. So Little League hadn't really got going yet. This was like he had a couple tournaments before Little League, and he'd pitched 2 weekends in a row and just said, God, my arm doesn't feel right. And so we're like, all right, well, that's a red flag. Is it sore? Does it hurt? Right? You get into that debate because there's no doubt that it's going to be sore. So yeah, he had it checked out, and they did an X-ray on it. And doesn't like what they really look for is like this muscle or something being pulled away from like the growth plate. It didn't show that. I'm getting too much into the weeds here, but no, we shut him down, and he hasn't thrown anything for about, I don't know, 10 days or so. And we played a game on Saturday, played him at first. He really didn't throw at all, but he was supposed to throw everything underhand back to the pitcher. But it was a tight game. It was a great defensive play, by the way. So kind of a proud coach and dad moment. We had our corners in, bases loaded, with 1 out, and hot chopper to him, and he went right home when we got the out at home. So it was great. It was a nice play. So he threw that one. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, well, he had to.
Well, he had to. Yeah, there was no question.
Has he been understanding with it?
No, he has not. No, not at all. 100% not understanding.
Son, it's for the greater good. You have to be okay with it. No.
Sure. Yeah. No, he doesn't get it. He's like, I don't get it. I can throw. I'm like, no, you're good. Yeah. So lots of icing, lots of ibuprofen, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully we've avoided
Owen
it.
Puckett still 100% as a wise ass there sitting in the stands yesterday. at T-Mobile.
100% is a wise ass with his sunglasses on, wondering why in the fuck do we have bobblehead giveaways when we're not winning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody's pretty much done with bobbleheads. Although, I admit I like them. I got a JP Patches bobblehead here and a Lynn Dunn bobblehead.
Yeah, I think the one tonight's cool. The bat flip one is cool if you like that kind of stuff. Did you see all the crap that they were getting from, I think it was Saturday night? I don't know Hello Kitty. I really don't know anything about Hello Kitty. But God, there was like just a social media firestorm on Saturday with the Hello Kitty giveaway. People were offended that they were out there, 4 hours before the game lining up to get in there, and how excited people were for the Hello Kitty giveaway. And then they get in there and people are like, shouldn't you be about the game and not the Hello Kitty giveaway? And I don't. Maybe I'm getting too old. I don't really care anymore about this stuff. So
some kids got shut out if they didn't get there early enough? No. People are accusing them of, like the Mariners and the ballpark, that it's not a real ballpark. That was kind of the theme on Saturday, that it's an amusement park. Oh.
That's what it is because of all the giveaways that they do. And I guess that, from a marketing standpoint, listen, which I separate from the baseball team and I separate from like ownership and Torpedo and those guys, the marketing team, they have to do whatever they have to do to get people to come to the game because that's their goal. Their goal is to get people into the stands because no longer, this, maybe this works for you and I and some other people, but no longer selling the idea of, hey, come to the ballpark to watch baseball. That doesn't work anymore. It's not what people want. They want all the other stuff. They want the Hello Kitty giveaways, and they want the crazy hot dogs and all the new food, and where can we get that? They got ice cream nachos there now. Where's that at? They want all that stuff. And I guess the point is, hey, whatever gets somebody in, and once you get them in the ballpark, maybe it sticks. Guys like you and me, and I'm sitting up there, in the sun with a beer and scoring a game. I don't want any artificial sound. I don't want any of that. I just want to watch baseball. But at the same time, I can appreciate the salmon run. I love that thing. I love when they dress up the three people and the different salmons and they run around the field. I get a kick out of that. The hydro races, I will always love the hydro races on the video board. Always. Because that's unique to us and unique to Seattle. So I get it. I like that too.
You know what I appreciate about my kids is that they still root against the yellow hydro, even though it's not sponsored by 710 anymore.
Oh, is that why they rooted against it?
Yeah, because 710 fired their dad. So they don't want the hydro to win.
I always root for the red. You know why?
Was that the jerky one, the Oh Boy Alberto?
Oh Boy Alberto, because I love Oh Boy Alberto. So every time I'm always red. I want the red one to win. And I like when they hide the baseball under the hat.
How often do you get it right?
Hardly ever. Too much
It's
of
tough.
It is tough.
Have you ever seen that in a bathroom when you go in there and there's a guy actually doing that and taking people's money? I've seen that a couple times. This is back in the day, though.
No.
Yeah, back in the day.
I've never seen in the bathroom.
God, the hand is quicker than the eye. You can't believe it, but
yeah,
it is. No, the whole thing, though, you need to have the entertainment experience to go with the game. That's just the way it is. It's the way it is at NBA games,
of course,
football games, everything.
It's in the Mariners, for as much grief they were taking on Saturday for this, it's every ballpark does it. Everyone's got something to get people to come in. Now it doesn't, you don't gotta sell me to go there. But I'm just
the best thing the Mariners do, and I know that a lot of people are against the dynamic pricing, which is just it's a nice word of saying we're going to charge the shit out of you when the Yankees and Dodgers come to town. But you know what? When the Royals come to town or the Rockies, you can get in for $10.
Yes.
But I appreciate those value games they have, though, because think about that. You can't even go to a movie for $10 anymore.
No. You're right. And I will say this: they took a lot of flack over the weekend, or because they were playing the seventh inning stretch. They got rid of the Macklemore song, and then they brought Louie back, but they did like a techno version of Louie. I think they listened to the outrage, or maybe it was just one game, because most people were not happy with the Louie techno remix.
So they brought back the original?
Yeah, yesterday, maybe it was just a Sunday thing. Yesterday was just the original Louie, which, again, can we just have that? Just let us own that one. That's ours, right? They don't do a techno version of New York, New York for Yankee games. They don't do a techno version of Sweet Caroline in Boston. Can we just have Louie, just the original? Good to go.
Yeah. Well, I know Egan was talking on Friday, though, about, they wanted to kind of liven it up and up-tempo it a little bit. It's a song, and we all love Egan, but he was wrong on that one.
Of course he was wrong.
It's a song that doesn't need any up-tempoing.
No, it doesn't need anything. These torpedo bats. God, I love this story. We talked a little bit at the start of the show. I hope there's some Mariners with some torpedo bats in the lineup tonight. I really do. I want it. Just give me some. I don't even care if it doesn't work. Can we just try it? Can we just try if it does work? Please.
Okay, but if you're the Mariner, if you're Dan Wilson, Edgar Martinez, do you figure, why not? Or do you figure like, oh God, that's kind of giving in. Why don't we just try and get our guys to be better hitters with the bats they've always had?
No, if it helps, if it helps Anthony Volpe and Jazz Chisholm, you're telling me it can't help Ryan Bliss? It can't help J.P. Crawford? Why not use something that may help you? And kudos to this MIT guy the Yankees hired. I mean, Jesus, it's smart. I mean, this got approval. I know some people want it banned. They got approval from Major League Baseball for it. There's nothing really different to it other than just like how they've positioned kind of the mass of the bat. And to me, reading up on it and hearing people talk about it, it makes perfect sense of what they did.
Okay, what in a nutshell exactly what they do?
They lowered the barrel closer to the hands. So when you hit closer to your hands on inside pitches, it's going to travel farther, rather than putting the barrel more, the meat of the barrel more at the end of the bat.
Okay, I have a way that you and I can profit off of this. Is that we find out which teams are using the most torpedo bats and then just bet with both hands on the over in games they play in.
And you do the research while we sign off here. Do the research of what teams are using it, and we just start betting the over. I'm also thinking about bringing back the bet M's under summer.
Oh, God, yes. I was thinking about that the other day when I was out walking the dogs. I thought, God, Puck needs to bring that back. I mean, this team is – although it didn't work out during the rest of the season. I mean, you got off to a hot start, I think.
Hot start, and then as the weather warmed up, they got better. So I think what we do, the strategy is we kind of really lay it in the first month or two of the season, and then we back off.
Yeah, but it's a sound strategy when you look at how good the pitching is and how bad the hitting is on that team.
Yeah,
it's under every night. I bet the over in the 7-0 game. And it was the over-under was 7 in that game Friday night. Fortunately, the A's scored 7 runs, so I pushed. But, yeah, I mean, that's an under team all year long.
Hey, before you go, couple weeks, my friend. Couple weeks away. Are you ready?
I'm getting ready, but boy, I don't know how your fantasy golf pool is doing, but I'm 96th place out of 150 in mine, and I'm going to resort. We've decided, my partner and I have decided that we're going to put the field. There's a dartboard there at a bar in town, and I'm going to take the field for the Valero Texas Open, and I'm just going to put the field on the dartboard, close my eyes, and I'm literally going to throw a dart at it.
I think it's a sound strategy. Nothing's working for me. Who did I go with this week? Oh, Sanjay M. And you know what? And I trust me when I say this. You know who my backup was?
Min-Woo Lee?
Yep.
Of course.
God. And the only reason I was going to take Min-Woo Lee, the only reason, I didn't read anything about Min-Woo Lee. I just wrapped up the last season of Full Swing, and he's prominently featured in it. And I thought, yeah, he's a likable guy. I kind of like Min-Woo Lee. Kind of like his vibe. I like that he doesn't really practice. And so I'm like,
did you see what he did? Did you see what he did on his final putt?
He doesn't practice at all. No, I did not see it.
So it's like a 1-foot putt, right? So everybody makes that. Even you and I make 1-foot putts. I mean, we can miss, but professional golfer to win the tournament, he straddled the line as a joke, to check which way it was going to break.
Oh my God, I love it.
What's that called again? Straight aim or?
They do this with the fingers.
Yeah, he did the thing where he straddled it, and it was just 1 foot the putt.
Watch the latest Full Swing. He's really good. You'll like it. You're gonna like him even more because he's just a good dude. He doesn't like to practice. He thinks it's a waste of time.
He's like a younger, skinnier version of John Daly then.
Yeah, kind of. A little bit. Yeah. But, all right, so we're a couple of weeks away from the Masters getting underway. How about this one? I've got a golf giveaway that we're going to be doing all year long. A golf contest that, trust me when I tell you, there is no one in town, and really just talking about, I guess, our old station. There is no one in town that is going to be giving away a better prize package than what I'm going to give away. No one. No one's got this. Not even close. So
not even Chris Levitt?
Chris Levitt, Chris Levitt's going to call me after this show today and go, how did you get that? Yeah, because we're big deals here. Okay, that's why.
Okay, is this just a tease, or are you going to tell us what it is right now?
Puck the Picker Majors Pool. We'll start probably later this week, starting to get people to sign up. It'll be for the first tournament, the first major. It will comprise all majors, right? The Masters, PGA Championship, U.S. Open, and the Open Championship. Each tournament, you will pick 2 golfers in each tournament. Lowest score to par. The catch is you can't use those golfers again. So you can't use the same 2 golfers for each major. So you have to think about now a strategy. 8 total guys, when do you use them? And then the tiebreaker, or the way you win, is just the lowest cum score of all 4 majors. That's who will win the grand prize. And there's 4 prizes that we're giving away. You want me to start from top to bottom for the prizes?
Go from 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st.
4th place in the Puck the Picker Majors Pool. Again, season-long golf contest. 2 golfers in every major. Starts with the Masters April 10th, PGA Championship May 15th, U.S. Open June 12th, Open Championship July 17th. Every major, you pick 2 golfers, low score to par. Must pick 2 new golfers for every major, 8 total, so no repeat picks. Lowest cum score is the winner. 4th place prize. This is the 4th place prize. Foursome at one of Troon's Seattle Premier golf courses. You know, Troon and Premier now are together. So one of the 4th place prize is a round for 4 at one of Troon's Seattle Premier golf courses around the air, plus an hour-long top tracer session at one of the courses, whether it's Inner Bay, Jackson, or Bill Wright Golf Course. Bill Wright Golf Course, by the way, formerly Jefferson. They renamed it. It's now Bill Wright Golf Course. Okay? Don't get into why they changed it. Just they changed it.
Wait a minute. That just stopped me in my tracks.
I know.
Jefferson?
Yeah, so that's 4th place. 3rd place in the Puck the Picker Majors Pool. 3rd place is a round for 4 at Mill Creek Country Club. That's the 3rd place prize of the round for 4 at Mill Creek Country Club. 2nd place prize is a foursome at Fairwood Golf and Country Club. That's the course I grew up on, sneaking on the 8th hole when I was 12 years old, working there, picking up balls by hand at Fairwood Golf and Country Club, cleaning irons, drinking beer in the back. And our 1st place grand prize winner of the season-long Puck the Picker Majors Pool. 1st place prize is a one-night stay, 2 rounds of golf at Gamble Sands Golf Course in Brewster, Washington. So 1-night stay at Gamble Sands and 2 rounds of golf at Gamble Sands. Those are no one has better prizes than that. No one. And this is a mom and pop operation over here at Puck Sports. No one's got anything better.
Oh, God, that's awesome, Puck. Yeah, I mean, if you stay there and you got the putting green, the putting course right outside your room there. They're building another championship course there. They've already got, 2 of them there. They've got a 9-hole course. I mean, they've got it all there at Gamble Sands. It's always a good time going over there. And you feel pretty good about your game no matter what shape your game's in.
It's a friendly course.
The 18th hole.
Friendly course there, Gamble. So, again, Puck the Picker Majors Pool. We'll probably have it live later this week. You can start signing up for it. Again, season-long golf contest. You pick 2 golfers in every major. The Masters starts April 10th. The PGA Championship May 15th. The U.S. Open June 12th. Of course, the Open Championship July 17th. And again, the rules are this. Every major, you pick 2 golfers, lowest score to par. You must pick 2 golfers for every major. So 8 total. So 2 new golfers for every major. No repeat picks. Lowest cum score to par for the entire season will win the grand prize. Again, grand prize, 1-night stay, 2 rounds of golf at Gamble Sands. Second place is a foursome at Fairwood Golf and Country Club. Third place, a foursome at Mill Creek Country Club. Fourth place, a foursome at one of Troon's Seattle Premier courses, plus an hour-long Top Tracer range session at Inner Bay, Jackson, or Bill Wright, formerly Jefferson. The Masters, just a couple of weeks away.
No, I like what you're doing there, too. That's what we do in the fantasy pool that I'm in, that once you take your 2 golfers on any given week, you can't use them the rest of the year. And so, yeah, you have to really put some thought into that. Like, you'd be thinking, well, geez, I'll take Scotty Scheffler in every one of those majors, but you got to pick the one that you want to take Scotty in.
Who would you take? Who would you take for the Masters? First one up, 2 golfers. Who do you got?
God, I was thinking about this because I still have Scheffler available, but he's not been quite the Scotty he was last year.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where if you don't take him for the Masters and he wins, you'll feel stupid later for not doing it.
Yes.
And then, in my heart of hearts, I want Rory to.
You're not going to take Rory at the Masters.
You see, he's got a sore elbow now.
Yeah.
He shoots a 64 yesterday. He tells reporters that his elbow's kind of bothering him. What, like if your elbow was in good shape, you would have shot 59? No, I would probably take Scotty in the Masters, yeah.
Scotty and who else?
Scotty and who else?
Yeah, you have to take 2. Scotty and who?
I'd probably take Joe Highsmith to have a local lefty out there.
Joe Highsmith from Lakewood, Washington is your 2025 Masters champion. Well, you know what? It's going to be interesting because he's going to play in it. I'm not saying he's going to win, but lefties do well there. Lefties do well there. That'd be a hell of a story. That'd be a hell of a story.
That's a great contest.
Yeah.
It's a great contest with great prizes. That'll be fun for everybody.
Great prize. Can't wait. We'll have it live later this week. Puck the Picker Majors Pool is back. All right. Okay, we kept you long. Okay, what do you got planned here for the rest of the day?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is go to the Verizon store and make sure that I have internet, the tip-top internet working so that you won't give me shit about it anymore. That'll be number one. And then I'm moving, I'm putting playground chips in the yard because the dogs have been tracking in too much dirt. And so I figured if I put down playground chips, that might help that.
How about maybe go a little turf? Put a little turf down.
I've thought about that. I've got an area on the side of the house that I thought would make a nice little putting green if I could do that.
Say, if you put a putting green in, by the way, Synthetic Turf Northwest.
Okay.
They're your people that you're tired of your dogs dragging in mud and dirt. You're tired of your dogs not wanting to go out there when it's wet outside.
Yeah.
You're tired of watering your lawn. Would you like a putting green? Let my friends at Synthetic Turf Northwest take care of you.
Okay, thanks. You're not at KJR anymore, okay? You're not there anymore. That was really good, though, because I remember hearing you every day talking about that. And I'd sing their praises, too, if I got a free putting green put in. So is there any chance you could get me one of those?
Maybe, if you're nice. We can talk to them. Okay, we'll talk to them. See if they'll let you maybe jump on the Synthetic Turf Northwest bandwagon. All right, until Wednesday, my friend. Have a good day.
Okay, love you, Puck. See ya. Go Cougs.
Hey, how much are you betting on the Cougs tonight?
Probably 20. Parker Garrett's is going to go off.
Is Parker Garrett starting?
You, big game for the Cougs tonight.
Is Parker Garrett starting tonight?
He's got to be starting.
Well, he has to. That's because Cal Meese is gone, right?
Yeah, and then Watts won't be playing.
No. Yeah, Watts is
so we
out.
got the kid from Iceland. Who else?
Thrasterson.
We got big old Eric Strupp. He'll be out there.
Okay.
And we got your Englishman. He'll be out there.
Can't wait to watch. Not watch tonight. All right, go Cougs. We'll see you on Wednesday.
All right, go Cougs. See you later.
There he is, Jim Moore, the go-to guy. He joins us on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, all brought to you by A Clean Streak. Big thanks to Brian Turner for providing you with Jim Moore every week. All right, before we wrap it up here on a Monday, and again, the Puck to Picker Majors pool will come out, I want to say, I don't want to give you a date. Just, it's coming soon. It'll be probably later this week. My hope is by midweek that we'll have it where you can sign up. But I'm telling you, that's a great prize package, kiddos. First place, you got to go to Gamble Sands for a night. You get a room there at Gamble Sands. You get to play 2 rounds of golf at Gamble Sands. The second place prize is a foursome at Fairwood Golf and Country Club. If you've never been able to play that, I mean, it's a country club. Unless you know someone, you're not playing it. Fairwood Golf and Country Club is one of the best courses around. It's awesome. Third place, another great country club, Mill Creek Country Club, is the third place prize. And then fourth place, you get to pick one of Troon and Seattle premier golf courses, one of Seattle's golf courses around the area, and you get a foursome plus an hour-long top tracer range session at one of their facilities, Inter Bay, Jackson, or now Bill Wright, formerly there of Jefferson. So great prize package. Thanks to all who've put that one together. All right. We have recorded episode 2 of our brand new podcast, The Sports Pit is out. Now, if you're a Puck's Posse member, which again is just $5 a month, or you can sign up for a year and get a discount, you have already have had the chance to listen to it or watch it because it came out and will come out on Sunday nights. It's an hour-plus long podcast with myself and former KJR alums Matt Stretch Johnson and Stephen Ernest Sandmeyer. So it is out for members. We'll play you about 20 minutes here for free. It will be available to all coming out later this afternoon. If you'd like to sign up to become a Puck's Posse member, again, QR code will take you there on your screen if you're watching it, or just go to pucksports.com, top of the webpage. We'll take you a direct link there. You support everything that we do, all the free content we do every day, plus the bonus content we do, like the Sports Pit, like Ryan Divish, like Dane Brugger there as well. All right, without further ado, we talk a lot of Mariners in this week's show. A lot of heartbreak for Seattle losses. You're not going to hear it there, but in the full episode, heartbreak Seattle losses. My son, their reaction, Stretch and Sandy's reaction to my son being upset with Julio. We actually talk about that here, but the free version, a little 20-minute version we'll give today, is about just the state of the Mariners after 4 games into the season.
I'll give you a quote from an 11-year-old baseball-crazed young man that lives with me by the name of Owen. Can I give you? We went to the game Sunday, and we're recording this Sunday night. We went to the game Sunday afternoon. And I mean, you want to tell you when the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh, here we go.
In the game, in the bleachers, right?
Joe Sandmeyer and Owen Puckett.
Yes.
They should be best friends.
When they were in the second inning, and they put the promotion up for the Monday game, which is the Julio Rodriguez bat flip bobblehead, right? Have you seen that?
Detroit.
It's the bats, know, it's flipping and all this stuff, and you can flip the bat. It's the bat flip Julio Rodriguez night. Get here early, first 10,000 or whatever. He turns to me, goes, "Why would you have a bat flip bobblehead if all you do is strike out?"
Wow.
And then went on to say, he goes, "Why don't we win some games first before we have some more bobblehead giveaways?" I looked over at him, just a kind of a tear in my eye.
I was going to say, were you breaking up?
Crying with laughter and joy. Now later he hits a 2-run home run.
And then Julio
How old is he?
Almost hit one out of the stadium after that.
Oh my God. We were 10 rows from it. Unbelievable.
That was unreal.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, you happy he hit a home run? Can he do? I turned to him and said, you think it's okay? He has the bat flip bobblehead tomorrow. He's like, well, I mean, it's about time.
Mine's the same way. It's like, and again, like the organization doesn't understand that it's building that younger and younger, the disdain for this kind of stuff. Like, meaning like when Stanton said, well, we focus on younger players and free agents after the age of 30, all that BS. And it was total BS. My kid goes, cool. Vlad Jr. is only 27. Now what, right? Now what's the latest excuse? Like, the kids know, the kids that follow baseball, they know the gig is up on that team.
Yeah,
like they
but
already
you're also
know
talking.
it. It's wild.
Yeah, of course. That's because you knew it. You knew it. You knew it, Jason. You knew it. We all listened to. I mean, I grew up with George Argyris as the owner. I mean, it's nothing different. 7,000 people in the kingdom. No, your kids are smart and they're savvy enough to pick up the BS.
But are they parroting us, though, you think? Or is it like an independent view? I mean, they're picking up on what we're selling.
I think part of it's independent because all the kids have the information now, right? And they go on their phone, they can get any information and read up on anything. Like, there's times where, like, Joe beats me to the punch on stuff. Like, he'll be like, so-and-so did so-and-so. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, it happened yesterday. I'm like, what? So they have all the info now, right? Like, we didn't have that back then.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, we'd read stuff in the newspaper, right? Like, or I guess the sports talk radio was average at best in terms of, industry connections inside these organizations and whatever else. But, like, everybody gets everything now. So, like, you can go down a road and, I mean, look at the bottom of that lineup. I mean, there's proof right there. Like, it's just, this is going to be wash, rinse, repeat. I mean, the 162 game regular season will expose you for being a great team, being a terrible team, or being completely mid. And it's going to be the same thing. They're going to have terrible run differential. They're going to have decent pitching. They're not going to win a game 8-6 to save their life. They're going to win like they did on Sunday, 2-1. Now, this is going to come out on Wednesday, right? So we're recording now on Sunday night. Watch them score.
We've improved. We've improved.
When was this thing coming out? Monday. Okay. So watch them score 20 runs a game against the Detroit Tigers in that 3-game set. Although they're going to get Skubal in that. They're going to get Casey Mize, and then no, they missed Flaherty.
They get Skubal Wednesday.
They're going to get some guy, Jobe. Not the biblical one. I'm gonna cry.
No, but going back to the kids in the era, right? When you're comparing eras, like, you still knew what. And I'm not comparing this team to the teams I sat with in 1980, right? 1980, whether it's Maury Wills or Bill Plummer or whoever it is at the Kingdom, right? Shit baseball. This isn't shit baseball. It is can't drive in the runs, it's easy to do prep for this show. So far, you're averaging 5 hits, right? They got 5 hits for 4 games, every game, and they're 2 runs. So it's timely hitting.
They did not draw a single walk in the game you went to, Puckett. 0 walks.
They're before
they didn't get past second base.
Yeah,
they did not get past second base until the 6th inning, and I think only one other time, other than the Julio bomb, did they even move a runner to second base.
And struck out. I was showing the kids. You'll appreciate. We both will appreciate this. Showing the kids for the first time how to score a game. So we're sitting up there in the bleachers and we're scoring the game and showing them how to do it. And then I'm looking down at the 5th inning. I'm going, we haven't fucking been to second yet. And I'm like, I think we got 7 strikeouts already. I'm like, I turned to the guy next to me. I said, it's the same thing. It's just rinse and repeat.
It'll be hopefully a different lineup as they progress. And if they're in position and maybe acquire some players. It's just so exhausting. I mean, they're going to roll out some semblance of Dylan Moore and Donovan Solano and Ryan Bliss. And it's just, I'm like, come on. It's just, Dylan Moore, I'm so happy he won the utility gold glove. The dude could not hit right-handed pitching if his life depended on it. And his numbers against left-handed pitching aren't anything to write home about. Right. I mean, the Polanco thing, everyone's like, oh, he's healthy now. I know hope springs eternal. I understand we're very early on into this. But over the course of 162 games, I just don't see how anybody who's a reasonably up-to-date, I won't say educated, but at least follows this team, this organization, can look at that lineup and go, yeah, that's going to play. That's going to play over 162 games. It is a disaster at the bottom of that lineup. And I mean, I don't see any way out of it. And this has a total like wash, rinse, repeat feel to last year. They're going to have a terrible run differential. They're going to struggle to hit in position. All the things that happen. And I know it's only 4 freaking games, right? But they scored 8 runs in those 4 games. And you saw the disaster on Sunday, but they win it 2-1, pulled it out of their rear. Julio hits a ball to the moon after your bratty little kid decided to make fun of him. So, you know, I mean, like,
what kid doesn't like Julio?
apparently yours. I mean, apparently yours.
God,
Jeez.
it's awful.
I mean, but no, I mean, it's just the same thing. And like we talked about last week, I think anyone who is simply assuming that the starters are going to be what they were last year are out of their mind. They got so lucky. They had 175 plus innings out of 4 different starters last year. Gilbert led the league in innings pitched, right? It was like 206 or 208 or whatever it was. But they had 4 guys at 175 or more innings. Like, people will go on the disabled list. God forbid some of the pitchers regress. It's going to happen to one of them, right? I mean, like, they have been so lucky to avoid a regression out of one of those guys or an injury to one of those guys. And I know Wu had some injury, arm troubles last year. We were already seeing what's happening with Kirby. We'll see when he gets back. Like, people just pencil in this rotation and go, all right, sweet. It does not work that way. And they don't have the offense to bail them out. It's just, they might be different. Maybe they'll be a little bit more aggressive. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath, but if this gets in between 85 and 88 wins and they stay close and they're relevant in the conversation and with the additional wild card, it's a different, game nowadays, whatever. It is painful to try and watch this team hit yet again. And of course, mark this day, because that's when they're going to go bananas against Detroit and have one of the biggest offensive explosions this franchise has ever seen.
But that's why it's just like right stretch. That's why it's just not just 4 games though, because it's the 4 games is just it's the microcosm of what last year was. The last 2-3 years of the team have been.
Yeah, well, we used to call walk-up, right? It used to be a walk-up attendance. I'm more interested in the attendance, to be really honest with you. The rubber band effect of Friday, was it 25,000?
I went Friday.
Yeah, that's 25,000 the second day. The pissed off roof guy. Go ahead.
Stretch. There wasn't more than 15,000 people at that game. They announced
that's
25. It was a funeral. It was an absolute funeral the day after opening day. And I don't know, it was just all dank and the roof is closed and you're just watching these guys step on their own junk every at bat. And you're like, my God, just somebody find a gap somewhere,
I would say
that's more concerning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would do the Sunday crowd. The Sunday crowd was good. It's always that right field spot, like upper deck right field, that no one's up there. But
the Mount Rainier Club. Yeah,
it was a good crowd, but it didn't have a lot of buzz to it. And then like God, was it Saturday night? Was the Hello Kitty night that everyone just flamethroat just was like, what are we? Yeah,
Chris Egan was saying. I mean, there was lines out the door for 10,000 Hello Kitty hats.
Yeah, and
I don't even know what the hell it is. So
I don't, honestly, I really don't know what Hello Kitty is, but it's some craze, something. I don't know what it is. And I was just reminded though, what
like the old school Hello Kitty?
Yeah, it's that. Like
that was the thing when we were little. Yeah,
but I don't remember any of that. But it just reminded what you said last week. How when you like going to games, you just like the overall kind of sound and
the ambiance.
The ambiance
of going river rafting. He wants to go river rafting. Yeah, river rafting.
Cannot believe the crap I say.
But I'm comparing like what I saw like on Sunday, where it's not like that. It's like Safeguard T-Mobile. It's not like other ballparks where it's just kind of they don't have all the artificial sound. Like there's a lot of artificial sound there. But I was around baseball all weekend. Like whether it's Little League baseball, I had watched a buddy's his kids' community college team play. Like there's no technotronics. It's just the sound of baseball. Get players, like teammates in the dugout making noise. And it just reminded me of what you said last week. I'd like when I go, like There's 20,000 people that went Saturday to get a Hello Kitty doll.
Yeah,
Like, I want to go there, and whatever. That gets you in the ballpark, fine. I want to go there to, I don't know, like what you said last week. I want to hear the ball hit the bat.
Yeah,
I like that.
Listen, as critical as we can be of the Mariners, they do what every other team in Major League Baseball does.
Or better. They might be a little better.
They do all the giveaways and all the nights and all the bells and whistles. I mean, the New York Mets have a dance team, okay? Like, it could be worse. So, I mean, I totally, I mean, I think that the frustration stems from all of these extras without the product on the field.
Yeah.
Really, ever for this franchise, except for 4 seasons, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, like, legit, okay, this is a season that can be a thing. Probably, I don't know, 6, if I'm being more accurate, but they all do that. Every team does all those promotions and I'd sell and this and that and turn it into a theme park thing. It was a funeral game too. I know I keep harping on that. I just could not believe how bad, like, people were bored on the second game of the season because
that's what my daughter said today. Like, she was like, I mean, we're sitting out in the sun. It's nice, but like, until Julio hit that, she's like, this is the most boring game because they're not doing anything other than striking out.
Well, that's what 5 hits a game does. They got 5 hits every game this four game homestand. They got the same 5. Yeah, of course you do. Yeah,
I watch every game and absolutely adore watching this organization pitch because it's unreal. I mean, Santos is going to be an absolute animal out of the pen if he can stay healthy for a full season. I mean, obviously, all of their starters. I mean, watching what Logan Gilbert has become and the fact that he is, you know, a front runner in terms of odds to win a Cy Young. Of course, he went 9-12 last year because they couldn't score any runs for him. But, I mean, so, like, it is so fun to watch whoever they put in the game pitch. I love it. But I am so resigned to this offensive futility. Like, I don't even think I watch ABs as closely as I used to. I'm like,
I was just going to ask you,
great, we got, you know, okay, cool. Dylan Moore's up, and now it's going to be Donovan Solano and Ryan Bliss, and great. I mean, like, it's almost like I'm just waiting to get to the top of that order. You know, I have high hopes for JP. I think he's got the potential to get back to where he was a couple of years ago at the plate. Like, at least he has done it before, right? But, like, oh my God. I mean, and I get it. You're going to sit Rayleigh against lefties and they're going to do all these things. But, like, come on. Are we really hoping Mitch Garver is going to, he can go nowhere but up, I guess. But, like, is he really that guy? You know, Jorge Polanco, I'm glad he had a good start the first couple of games. But, like, are we really going to roll this out? I mean, how many games are we going to get from him? And how effective is he truly going to be at the plate?
You ever find yourself that you leave the TV for the at-bats? You're like, oh, wow, that was great. Woo, Miller, Gilbert. And then you leave at the bottom, you know, the bottom of the lineup. Do you just kind of go vacuum the living room or anything?
I wouldn't blame a person if they did that. Like, but again,
because I'm with you. I mean, the pitching is historical, and that's what we talked about last week.
I think in the Sunday
that's
game,
a frustration.
I think they had 3 straight innings, but was retired 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure. I go back.
So they went through.
I'm not being a smartass, but that's not a shocker. I mean, why you? I didn't see any of the game. I have no idea except for they won. I mean, like,
but it's just. Yeah, I know, but it's just they have this just unbelievable pitching staff, like sitting up there and even being so far away in those bleacher seats, but just
with your family having a great time with the loved ones.
Well, watching Brian Wu just go to work, and this is a guy who, I mean, this guy was an afterthought in college, nothing. He didn't even have a good collegiate career, and he's just dealing, and he's just built, and he's just solid, and it's impressive. I mean, every time they go out, every one of these guys, it's a clinic they put on. And it's just a damn shame that they don't get any run support.
I got to watch a highlight. Julio hit a bomb, huh?
Oh, my God. It's 113 miles per hour exit velo. It's his 3rd hardest hit ball. I think it was 438 feet.
It was upper tank in left stretch, and it was 3/4 of the way up the upper tank. Like he was 10 rows away from hitting it onto Royal Bronx.
It was a fastball. It wasn't off speed. It must have been a fastball.
Slider.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a slider. Sears threw him a slider, and he was sitting on it. So
And it wasn't inside, obviously.
He was he was a lefty, so the slider broke into his bat.
Yeah.
So it broke into his barrel, and he did not miss.
It leaves
Smoke
the park in August.
Yeah, it was stupid. Like, I mean, he absolutely covered that pitch. Like, that was, even by his standards, and he's put some tape measure shots up there. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I think it even shocked him. Like he, meaning like how far he hit it.
Yeah.
Not that he did hit it, Owen.
He's still they're still an 11-year-old just going, but he's still got like 7 strikeouts
He
on the
stood
season.
and watched that thing go, and he deserved to. I think you hit a ball that far, you can
2-2.
job whatever you want.
2-2, baby.
Big thanks to Stretch and Sandmeyer. That is episode 2 there of the Sports Pit. You can tell as I come back, I was just responding to an email and not paying attention. Episode 2 of the Sports Pit with Sandy and Stretch is out. For Puck's Posse members, you can right now go and watch and listen to the whole thing. We start off the episode 2. We've titled it Steve Sandmeyer, People's Champion, because Stretch and I are a little annoyed that the first episode came out and everybody was ranting and raving how excited they were that Sandmeyer was back. But we also talk about a story from Sandmeyer I've never heard before about him throwing up halftime of the Seahawks' first Super Bowl in Detroit, which then got us to talk about all of us, our worst sports fan loss. And then we talked a lot about baseball's best postgame show. One of us got locked in the Pyramid Brewery. One of us ran up a major bill at Jimmy's on First. All of it, hour plus long. Talk a lot of baseball in there too as well. Episode 2 of the Sports Pit with myself and former KJR alums, Steve Sandmeyer. We just call him Sandy. All right, you know who it is. And Matt Stretch Johnson, available to Puck's Posse members. Sign up today. It's just $5 a month. We say it all the time. It's not only just the added bonus content that you get every single week. It's the overall support of things like the Daily Puck Drop and pucksports.com, the whole package. But you get that. You get our NFL Draft Series with Dane Brugler. Also, you get Ryan Divish, the full episodes every week of Ryan Divish. Of course, we always give you a portion of it free every week, but you get the full Ryan Divish experience every Wednesday. All right. We wrap up Monday's Daily Puck Drop with Hey What the Puck, which is brought to you by one of our fabulous sponsors, been with us from the get-go, Restoration One of North Seattle, your restoration company that lets you avoid the stress of water, fire, and mold damage with their property restoration services. Locally owned and operated. Make them your first call when damages affect your residential or commercial property. 206-817-8917. Visit them online at restoration1.com, the North Seattle franchise. Okay. There's like two sides. We talked about this earlier with Jim. People panicking after 4 games of where the Mariners are at. And then this other side of people telling you all you are crazy for being concerned after 4 games. All I would just say is after 4 games, it's not just 4 games. The 4 games that we've seen here with the Athletics is just and I'll mention it again, is just a microcosm of the past 4 years of what you've seen with the team. Nothing that we've seen so far, and that's all we can react to. This is why I find it funny when people get critical if anyone says anything negative, or I guess on that line, anything positive about 4 games or early start of the season. You're asked to give your opinion what you've seen so far, and what we've all seen so far is just nothing different than what you've seen the last few years. What then has led them, especially the last 2 years, to miss the postseason by 1 game. The inability for this lineup to consistently hit the ball. And what we have seen is this lineup still struggling to, well, the first game was okay, to get on base, but to prevent the massive amount of strikeouts and not having competitive at-bats and not hitting the ball into the gap and not getting doubles. Not everything has got to be a home run or a strikeout. And had they lost that game yesterday, you would have been looking at them and going, they're 1-3. They have scored 6 runs, and they got shut out in a game they shouldn't have been shut out in. And you can make a real argument. They had to rally, remember, to win the first game. This team easily could have got swept by the A's. And so until it changes, until you actually see the lineup implement what they were able to do for the last, 30-odd games it was last year, you're going to have people to still be critical of what they did. And that is fair and it's accurate. I mean, it's to throw away the season and say, well, God, they're done. They're toast. That's not fair to them. They still obviously have plenty of time to rectify things. But we all know what the truth is. They didn't spend any capital on improving the team offensively. So I've gone into this season, at least what I saw in the first 4 games, is I'm just not surprised what I saw. Because I knew what I was going to see. I knew exactly what I was getting into. It was going to be a team that was going to most likely, more often than not, is going to play like they played for the first 4 games. And that's how they're going to win, and that's how they're going to lose. And maybe if you jump on with me and just accept the fact that that's what they're going to be, maybe it makes it more enjoyable and less painful. I don't know. But it's, they are this team. And it's strikeouts, at least so far, which has been the problem last year. And, you're seeing it from key contributors that you were hoping not to see. I mean, before that 2-run home run, Julio was the same thing, striking out way too much, chasing stuff, not looking comfortable up there. But hopefully that's the one that gets him going and can kind of spark this thing for this organization. But again, it's 4 games in is not just an overreaction, because it's a microcosm of what we've seen here for 4 years with this organization, with this offense in particular. And then on the other flip side of it, the positive side of it, is what you've seen from the pitching. Pitching's been great. Because that's what you're going to get. Starters are great. Bullpen's been fantastic. Love what Sandmeyer said there about Santos. He looked phenomenal yesterday. So did Munoz. But you come to expect that. Again, a reminder, full Sports Pit podcast available right now only exclusively for Puck's Posse members. If you want to go listen, you're like, hey, you're signing off right now. I got nothing else to listen to. No, you do. You got the Sports Pit with myself, Sandmeyer, and Matt Stretch Johnson. You can just go pick it up right when I sign off here in about a minute. You can go and start listening to that. All you got to do is sign up for $5 a month, or you get a discount for a year, and you can go listen to that full or watch the full episode 2 of the Sports Pit with myself, Sandy, and Stretch. All right, the free version of it, a full one, will come out later this afternoon. All right, that wraps us up. Hey, What the Puck, brought to you by Restoration One of North Seattle. Again, your restoration company that lets you avoid the stress of water, fire, and mold damage with their property restoration services. Locally owned and operated. Make them your first call when those damages affect your residential or commercial property. 206-817-8917. Visit them online at restoration1.com, the North Seattle franchise. I know, I'm still recovering from this cold. Can't get over it. It's miserable. Thank you for watching and listening today. Thank you to all our sponsors, as always. We got Limback Lumber, A Clean Streak, Georgetown Beer. Check out their brand new tavern beer at your local bar, georgetownbeer.com. And, of course, Restoration One. Today's Daily Puck Drop will be up on YouTube. When you're there, please subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 5,000 members. That would be great to push that over here by the end of the week. Daily Puck Drop, you can also find it on your favorite podcast platforms. And, of course, up at pucksports.com. Again, keep hammering this home. When you're at pucksports.com, sign up to become a member of the Pucks Posse. $5 a month supports all the free content we do here, supports Puck Sports, and gives you the VIP and exclusive content like Ryan Divish, our baseball coverage with Divish, plus our brand new podcast, The Sports Pit, with Sandmeyer and Matt Stretch Johnson. All that information up at pucksports.com. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Tuesday's show, Jim Duquette his first official appearance. He was on last week. But on Tuesdays, 10:10 with Jim Duquette, our Major League Baseball analyst, our GM. He'll jump on tomorrow. Plus, you'll get Danny Kelly. We'll have Danny Kelly from The Ringer through the NFL draft. And then we'll wave goodbye to Danny and we'll welcome back for the football season. But Danny Kelly will be here tomorrow. And then John Canzano, who's always with us, coming up on tomorrow's Daily Puck Drop. Until then, as always, I promise to be better. Or
I can't do it.
what a mess. I'm just an absolute mess. See, even when I say I promise to be better, I can't be better because I had both opens in there. I didn't even have the close for the show. And you're wondering, why am I going to give you money? I don't know. You shouldn't. I wouldn't. Good Lord, what a mess.
No shoes.
Goodbye.
No dice.
Would anybody like to smoke some pot?
Yeah.
I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face. I was born to rub you. But you were born to rub me first.
What do you need my address for?
We'd like to send out a mailer.
Mother of mercy, I don't speak Japanese!